So we've added in the templates that enable us to create a native Mendix app. We've set up the initial navigation, so I'm just going to save all of that. Now the question is, how do we go about actually running this and viewing it during the development process? Well, Mendix have created an app that you can run on your mobile device called the Make It Native app. And what that will do is that will enable you to actually create an app and then sort of temporarily download it into that app running on your mobile device so you can see what it's actually doing. Now, if I click run here, so I'm building the app again. So the app is starting. Right. So now, if I just click on View App, what that will do is that will enable me to see the traditional web app running. But if you tap on the little drop down here, you can see it says View on your device. And it's over here under View Native Mobile App that we've got things that we can use to actually see the app running on our local device. So let's talk about the Make It Native app. So you need to download this on your Android or your iPhone device. And when you've installed it, what it will enable you to do is it will enable you to actually scan this QR code, and then it will download the app to the device and you can see it running in real time. Now, there are just a few caveats here. You have to be careful that the version of the native mobile app is the appropriate one for the version of the Mendix development environment you're using. So I'm using Mendix 10.18 here, and that works with Make It Native 10. I found that if you're using the Mendix version 10.19 or 10.20, you need the newer version of the Make It Native app, which is only available in beta. So you have to sort of get a link to that and download it onto your device. If you're using an earlier version of Mendix, then you might have to use the Make It Native 9. You can look in the help guides to find out which versions you need to use, but it is an important point. Often you'll get a little error message if it's not the right version saying this version doesn't work with this development platform. So I've got iPhone running over here. So let's just go into the App Store, and if we search for the Make It Native app, you can see the different versions that are available on the App Store. So Make It Native 10. Here it is. Now I've already installed it, so I can just click open here. And at this point I would scan the QR code. What makes this setup a little bit more complex for me is that I'm running Mendix inside Parallels and Windows on a Mac, so I had some sort of configuration to do. One of the things that you will have to do no matter what platform you're on, you might have to configure your Windows firewall to enable the app on your phone to connect to the Mendix app running on your Windows machine. Again, there are help guides that help you to do that. It can be a bit fiddly, but hopefully once it's working, it'll work. Now, so hopefully I've set this up. Let's try it out. I'm going to click on Launch App. Here's my app ready to try out, to prototype. Let's see what happens. So here's my app running on my mobile device, and it brought up the home page that I said, you know, I designated that this page would be the home page in the native mobile app. So I can prove that. Let's go back into the native page. Let's say we change this text here. So I can just double tap on it and let's say something like, let's call it like students, like that. Now, I'm still running the older version of the app here. It's not re-uploaded it. So if I click on recreate the app, save and continue, back over here, and you can see it's updated the app in real time, just like that. You can see it's put students in there. So I've got my basic native mobile app ready. Obviously, the next thing to do is to actually create a home page with some content on it, and then actually think about how do we actually view, edit students, and then we'll have a play around with the map widget in the final part.